Welcome back to the wonderful Rio Hotel. All suites here in lovely Las Vegas for match 2 on day 2. And joining me in the commentary booth, the wonderful, equally wonderful Tony Robles. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Mark. How are you, buddy? It's great to be back again.
Good to have you, mate. And there's the lag, clearly won by David ALCAIDE, playing against John BERNARDEZ. So, have you been watching, Tony? I know you've been playing. Have you watched any, Paul?
Watch a little bit, yeah. Watch a little bit yesterday. And, you know, interesting matches, close matches and stuff like that. I didn't get to watch the previous match. How was that match?
That was a great match. I thought it was going to be a classic, but then in the end, Conrad missed quite an easy, an easy positional shot, overdrew it, and the match turned on that one shot, and Victor won the second set quite easily, having taken the first one. It was a little bit closer, but, you know, could have gone either way, but it went Victor's way. He advances, of course.
David didn't seem to hit that rack that hard and pocketed 2 balls on the break and wound up with a shot on the 2.
Michaela obviously got a nice rack there for David. Man in form.
Oh, I apologize. The 1 is right there. I didn't see the 1. I didn't see the 1. He definitely needs to push here. So he had a shot on the 2.
Well, left quite an easy safety. He might even call the bank just in case, Tony, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I might have elected to push the cue ball to the 3rd diamond near the side pocket on the left-hand side and maybe kick at the 1 if I have to.
Almost a free shot, this, isn't it? Guaranteed to get it safe if he does miss it. Well, I say guaranteed. There's no guarantees in pool, of course. And look, if this goes in, he's left a shot.
Ooh, I didn't think that ball was going to drop.
Well, it did.
So David actually has the option now of either taking the shot or giving it back. I seriously doubt he wants to give this back.
Would you consider the 10 here?
If the 2 goes, I'm going to play the 2. If it doesn't go, right?
Doesn't go.
I would bank it 1 rail and put the cue ball behind those balls, just like he did right there. That's a shot.
Played it well. Played it very well. So what do you think to the brand new arena? First time you've seen it, obviously, from the commentary position, Tony.
It's absolutely spectacular. It's beautiful. They've done an incredible job. I love the lighting, of the logos, instead of just putting something permanent there. I absolutely love it. They can change the logo, and it kind of reminds me of a Major League Baseball game.
Wow. And that's a decent safety. This is all about the strength, and he seems to have got the pace of the table straight away. Look at that. Almost 9 feet between them, Tony. What is the inside measurement of a pool table? I know I'm putting you on the spot there. Do you know the actual?
I believe it or not, I never knew if it was from rail to rail or from the inside. If I had to take a guess, I would say it's in the inside, only because, different table manufacturers have different sizes for the width of the actual top of the table, so it's like it's got to be in the inside. So I think he called the 2 in the side off the 4, possibly, but maybe he's still just going to play the safe.
Just in case, as you say.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you talk about it just in case yesterday when Alex Kazakis made that combination and made the 1 ball 2. I heard you. I said, this Mark character has quite a good memory.
I only remember quality stuff that I hear.
Quality stuff from a quality guy, right?
Absolutely. We'll be talking about that in a little while. Let's just get to the end of this rack, and I've got some questions for you, of course, Tony. Oh, wow. Misjudged that. Caught it a little bit thinner.
No, he wanted it. Yeah, he wanted to hit it thinner. Yeah,
he wanted to hit it thinner. Caught it thick.
Yeah, he's given David the opportunity to draw first blood.
Now,
and David's going to jump all over
the 7 here?
I think he's going to go between the 4 and the side.
Oh, sorry, I meant I thought that was the 7, the 4, yeah. There, just like that. Nice. Well, don't get too close to this. It's just perfect.
See, now how do you prefer to play this? One rail or two rails?
Oh, I like playing this too. A little bit of right hand
Yeah.
spin here.
Yeah, I think either or is good. I think the key here is to make sure you always hit it with enough speed so that you have no shot of going behind the 10 should the ball you overrun the ball.
Yeah,
You know,
played it nicely, didn't he,
he did
mate?
great.
Hmm.
And I'm not talking about so much for the pros. I'm talking about for people out there that want to learn. You know, a lot of times they're not familiar with the speed as well as the pros are, and they tend to overhit. And when they tend to overhit or they overspin the ball, and the cue ball, ends up behind the 10, as opposed to hitting it with less spin or the opposite spin and ending up on the other side of the 10 just in case.
Just in
Oh, there
case.
goes the just in case again. Don't even realize I'm saying it.
I can't wait for a treetop, and I'm wondering how long it's going to be before you tell me.
Uptown and downtown.
That's one of them.
What, he overhit that a bit?
He certainly has. He's okay, though.
Table's been playing pretty fast, in outside the arena, but I'm not sure how the table in the arena has been playing. Has it been playing a little on the slower side or the same?
No, it's been playing pretty quick. The bed has certainly been quick. Seen a lot of people overdrawing the ball as well, Tony.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
I struggled a bit yesterday in my match, and I lost the cue ball a number of times. I'm talking about I even scratched on a couple of shots that I hit with inside English that I was trying to hit the second diamond. Not only did I not hit the second diamond, I went straight to the corner pocket. I didn't even come close to the first diamond. So it's just an adjustment. You just got to make an adjustment, Play position a little differently.
I lose the cue ball a lot, normally when I'm jumping straight off the table. Oh, he's played this nice. I like the way he played that. Nice, let the stroke out. So David going to take the opening rack.
David seemed not too happy about something there. I think someone almost distracted him when he was shooting the 8. He doesn't seem too happy right now.
Yeah, I wonder what that was. Just something.
Oh, someone was waving.
Somebody's waving. Wasn't you, was it?
No,
you were
wasn't
right in
me.
line. Are you waving to David ALCAIDE?
No. What I did is I went up to David and asked him if there's anyone in particular that he would like us to say hello to, and he said that he would like to say hello to his beautiful daughter Daniela in Spain. So saludos a Daniela de David. Él me dijo que le mande saludos, que te quiere mucho y que todo lo que él hace es para ti. There you have it.
What did you say?
I said that.
You said a lot more than hello.
Well, I said that, he's sending his hello and that everything that he does for her.
Oh, how lovely. So let's hope he can make a break, make a ball for Daniela on the break, leading 1-0. Oh, and the 9 ball's on its way, is it? No.
He made a ball on the break again,
too. Made a ball,
too.
though, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Last minute entry. That last minute entry always gets you, right? Just barely bumped the cue ball. I don't know if it bumped it enough to put him behind the 3. I think it did.
Yeah. He's got a push here. You may have heard some announcements going on in the background, ladies and gentlemen. That's because we have another 110 bar tables in here where the US APL National Championships and the BCA World Championships are going on, the leagues that have been going on all year. They play for this. This is their big week where they come and will meet the players from all around the world, all around the country. And it's just one big pool party. There's no water involved, just a lot of pool tables.
So, this is a little known move that pros use sometimes. He could have easily frozen the ball on the rail, the cue ball, but he figures if he does that, he's guaranteed to play it safe. So he figures if he leaves it off the rail a little bit, I might be able to entice him to go for the cut and hopefully miss it.
Well, he took the bait there because he's made it.
He made it, but it's a little known trick. They say, hey, if I put him on the rail, I'm not going to go for this cut. It's harder for me to avoid, a scratch in the side pocket or stuff like that. And we don't know much about Mr. BERNARDEZ, right? I've never seen or heard of him before, but I saw him hitting some balls when he was practicing.
Yeah, I was just
earlier.
looking at his Fargo there. Was he 605, is that?
Yeah, he was hitting the balls great.
I mean, David, one of the 800 club, I like to call them. There's only 21 of them, I believe.
That's pretty strong.
It's very strong, isn't it? course, another Spaniard over 800, actually over 820. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Yesterday, we saw another Spaniard. I call them the Spanish Armada. They come over here in force. And young Jonas Salto Comino beat Shane Van Boning on this table last night in a shootout.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Keep him a little short there. Wants to come off the long rail and play the 8 in the top right-hand side. But he might have to end up getting a little closer than what he would like because of the angle. So he has to watch the speed over here and really try his best to leave it as close to the center of the table as possible. Because, you know, when you're playing position, the closer you get to the ball, the smaller your position zone becomes, you know.
I'm with you. Well, it looks like he's digging down on this. He's putting some pace into this, Tony.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Wow, that was
that's
crazy.
Surprising. Yeah, that was surprising. I guess
he could have just stroked it in.
But even if he would have made that, he hit that way too hard. The way the cue ball was going, it looked like he was going to go off the table and come back down by the 10, right?
It could have ended a lot worse than that because the 7 ball has gone in the side. And now, of course, David has the option. He can put him back in here as he made the ball in the wrong pocket, and he's done exactly that.
Yeah. I thought David was going to try to play him safe behind the 9 ball here. I think he can hit it just thick enough to do that, but I don't know. Maybe he...
It's a difficult shot, and he's once again saying to him, go on, if you can make it, you deserve it.
Yeah.
It's a touchy one, but he's digging down. No, he's not. I thought he was going to dig down again.
Maybe he's going to overcut it, but the problem with that is you can run into the 9.
Wow, he's
he
had
went
a
for it.
slash at that again. Oh, he's certainly come out all guns blazing. And he's got away with it again.
Well, that's to be determined. If he leaves the cue ball anywhere near where it's at right now, then he'll be fine. He might have to go back and forth a couple. Oh, he's definitely got to go back and forth a couple of times, unless he banks it. Nope, he sliced it in.
Yeah, I thought he'd got away with it, but he hadn't.
I tell you, the table doesn't seem like it's running as fast as the other ones because on the other table, you have to go back and forth in that shot. That was a pretty thin hit right there, you know.
Did he not play it with maybe a little bit of left just to slow it?
Yeah. Try that on the other table and get back to me. Right. Yeah, no, it's you know, whenever you have a lot more lighting too. I mean, we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights over here as compared to 1 over every other table, you know. That helps a lot too.
So here it goes then. To take a 2-0 lead, and if he does, we're going to go for a quick break, but we'll be back with rack number 3 very shortly. Don't go anywhere. welcome back to, well, it's a little bit cool in here, I think. You're a little bit
Yes.
cool here, Tony.
Oh, it's perfect for me.
But we've certainly got some hot action on the pool table. We've got David ALCAIDE against John BERNARDEZ. David had the better exchange of the first 2 racks. Here's rack number 3 as he made a ball on the break. Oh, is the one ball going to make it? It did.
And that's 3 racks in a row that David's pocketed the ball on the break. Breaking from that side, you know, like most people breaking from the center of the table.
Yeah. He's obviously been watching how this table's been breaking and thought, I'm going to try something different, and it seems to be working.
If he can make this 2-ball in the corner, he's going to go for it and play the 3 in the side. You know, question is, does he see enough of the 2 to make it?
He's playing it off the 9, he's thinking.
So it looks like it might, maybe, but it looks like it goes past the 8. I'm not sure about what he's trying to do here. Unless he can hit it thin enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, maybe that's what it is. No, he could.
Oh, he could.
Overhit it a bit.
Another player with a great stroke.
Mm-hmm.
You don't win what he's won without having a great stroke. Mosconi Cup winner as well, of course.
I think you got to shoot this in the corner in order to control the cue and play the 4 in the same pocket. I mean, if you go in the side pocket, you gotta finagle the ball. If he can hit it thick enough, to slow down the cue ball on the side, then that's fine. But if he's too thin, he has to shoot in the corner. Yes, he can definitely hit it thick enough.
Oh, hold on. He's okay.
Yeah. Almost ended up on top of Mount Everest, right?
Yeah, I thought he was going downtown and uptown for a minute.
Yeah. Well, you know, now the question here is, does a 6 go past the 9?
I think it does.
I think it does too. Yes, I'm pretty sure he probably looked at that before he decided to shoot this 4-ball.
For you guys watching at home, just to let you know, we're nowhere near the table really. We're well out to the right this time, aren't we, here in the Rio All Suites. We're in the pavilion room. 3 magnificent ballrooms filled with pool tables, carom tables, 9 foot, 7 foots. You name it, it's here. I even saw an 8 foot without a cloth on it yesterday.
Oh, nice, nice.
Poor guy come and asked me if I had a cloth. I don't know who he thought I was, or what. Maybe he thought I was Karim from.
Do you see that neat little move that he pulled on the 4-ball when he ran into the 10-ball? He moved it just enough to give more breathing room to play position on the 7. I don't know if it was intentional, but yeah. So, you have any extra pieces of cloth available there?
No, I did ask if there was one available, but they'd all gone. And the poor guy, he's got a 9 foot table, and they sent him an 8 foot cloth. I did feel sorry for him, but he's found one from somewhere because I saw it today. But it's just a different colour to the rails, but it's okay. That's in one of the booth operators, of course, not in the tournament.
Well, that's someone who loves the game, right?
Yeah.
So this is to go on the hill, Mark.
Yep. All ready. And, well, John BERNARDEZ, he played them 2 crazy shots, really. Had a slash at a couple of balls, thought he'd got away with it, but he didn't. So I know you've been very busy, Tony. You've been making videos and stuff, which I want to get to a little bit later. But first of all, I want to hear about these clinics that you're putting on.
Yeah, you know, I had a conversation with my wife, and I said, you know, honey, I think that if I traveled around the country, I can do clinics all over the country. And I reached out to a buddy of mine in Texas, and he started, you know, doing a little digging, and he was able to get me a clinic at Skinny Bob's for May 22nd. At near Austin, Texas. So I'm going to be heading to Texas, and then after that, I'm working with a guy who wants me to go to North Carolina to give him and a bunch of his friends some straight pool clinics. So if anyone out there is interested in having me do a clinic in their state, feel free to contact me on Facebook, because I would love the opportunity to go do a clinic for you guys.
Absolutely perfectly timed. We'll talk more about that later. Here comes the break from David ALCAIDE as he made a ball again.
Yes, he has.
Here's the ball rolling.
Yes, he has.
In it goes.
4 in a row.
Now, no shot on the 1, but he's got control of the table, can put in a decent safety here.
The 1 does go. The question is, does he feel comfortable making it and playing position on the 2? Because I think the 2 does go past the 9 as well.
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Side pocket comes into play as well.
I think he can pull it off. I think he can come short of the side pocket, stop near the center of the pocket for the 2.
You're watching the Alfa Las Vegas Open here. We also have the Women's Las Vegas Open coming up later on the 29th.
Does look a little tight from here, doesn't it, Mark?
It does
Yeah.
look tight. I'm not even sure it goes. He's
Well,
called it.
he called it.
This is the 3rd stop of the year on this US Pro Billiard Series, the Predator
Very nice.
CSI Predator Pro Billiard Series Tour. Playing for 30,000 first prize. We had to increase the number of players. We started at 64, doubled it to 128. It filled up straight away. We decided to extend it to 192, and it filled up again. We've had a couple drop out for a couple of reasons. Yasmin Ocean should have been playing, but she's unfortunately stuck in Minneapolis, where she caught COVID, unfortunately. So she's quarantining, but she will be here for the women's event. So that's good to hear. And Kelly Fisher, was having a chat with her last night. She won her first match. And she plays tonight. I think it's 8:30 she plays against Roberto Gomez. So that's going to be
nice match.
A nice match. Superman against Wonder Woman.
Ooh. Yeah, that's great. I like that. That was quite a very nice save, well controlled by David. Running the 1 into the 6 and bringing the cue ball.
David giving the ball to Michaela, saying, "Could you clean that, please?" How would you say, "Can you clean the cue ball, please," in Spanish?
Por favor, puedes limpiar la minga. La minga is M-I-N-G-A, is how you pronounce cue ball. Minga.
Minga.
Minga, or you can say bola blanca.
Ah, white ball.
Bola blanca, yep.
Thanks for that. Especially for all our Spanish viewers. Extension called. Both players do get 1/32 extension per rack, 60 seconds after the break and a push out. And we're playing 10 ball, of course. It's cool shot. Early 10s do count, but not on the break this time. The rule has been changed for this series from now on. There will be no more golden breaks, as they're known as.
And it seems like the safety paid off for Dave, because he put himself in a position where he got ball in hand and a possible run out to win the first match.
First set, yeah.
He almost wound up behind the 6 there. He overdrew that one a bit.
And if you've seen anything, Tony, it's players just overdoing it on the pace a little here and there. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. 2 races to 4 it is. And then if we go 1 set each, we'll get one of those exciting shootouts. We had one on here yesterday on our first match, and there was a great one on one of the outside tables. And Mika Immonen actually videoed it and commentated on it. I'll tell you what, he's a better player than he is commentator. I think my job's safe for a little while. But he was commentating on his fellow countryman. Well, I say countryman, a country boy, a young boy called Ruku Rompinen, just 14 years old, went a set each with Sky Woodward and then beat him 7-6 on a shootout. So there's a name for you. Ruku Rompinen from Finland. Meanwhile, take it away, Tony. Explain these last 3 balls. Stop.
There's nothing to explain here. Come off one rail off the log rail and shoot the 10 straight in and say, let's play the second set.
Yeah, it's going to be. So this then for the set, and we'll be back with set number 2 right after this 10 goes in. And go and put the kettle on and have a cup of tea. And welcome back to the arena here in the Rio All Suites Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hot in the desert, hot in the arena here. The action. With me in the booth, Mr. Tony Robles. So would you describe that first set, Tony, in a sentence?
Well, you know, we spoke about this when they first started the tour, that with these races to 4, you can't take risks at all. You know, you have to play smart and, you know, either play position for a longer shot or play safety instead of playing a tougher shot. And unfortunately for John, he went for 2 low percentage shots, wound up costing the first set by a score of 4-0. Didn't exactly break well there either. He lost a cue ball there and left David here with an opening. I think David right there was trying to hit that little softer so he can run the cue ball into the 9 and stop there for the 3 ball in the corner. I would have left him with a perfect angle for the 4. He's looking at it now.
Yeah, good point there. And, you know, a lot of players last year didn't really take the tour too seriously. Thought, oh, it's just a little little phase that the game's going through, and we'll give it a go. And the prize money was 12,000 for first prize. This year, the minimum first prize has been 25,000. It's 30,000 for this one, and it just shows. It actually shows, doesn't it? In the way, the choice of shot that players are.
Well, yeah, they're playing a lot smarter now.
They're playing smarter. And talking about smart, you just mentioned that trying to break out the 9-5, and he did exactly that. He did have the angle.
Yeah, well, yeah, he cheated the pocket a bit there, but hit it a little too hard, which is why he's shooting over the 5 ball. But I think he's in good shape here.
Where is the cue ball now?
Yeah, top of Mount Everest. Mini Everest, because he's not frozen.
Is that in Minneapolis?
Mini Everest.
Yeah.
We got to have a little mini Everest next to Mount Everest, I would imagine, right? Can't be the only mountain there, right?
I'm sure there's one. So back in control again.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to. The key here is the 6 to the 7, because the 8 to the 9 to the 10 is just a zigzag. So it looks like a zigzag drill. 5, then the 6 in the opposite, and the 7, and the 8 in the opposite. This is all zigzag here.
Perfect position. Well, he's gone a little bit far, but he's okay. Better than being.
I mean, the only thing he has to guard here is going behind the 9. That's it. And I think he's in good shape here. He doesn't have a severe angle. Just needs to watch his speed. And make sure it doesn't get straight on the 8. I mean, on the 7.
He's gone near the 9, as you said, but didn't go behind it. Played it with enough pace if he did.
Well, he got straight on the 7.
Yeah,
but now he's going to have to work a bit for
he
it.
He can cheat this pocket just a little bit, I think, can't he? And no,
at this level,
a little bit.
At this level, you just want to stop the cue ball there and take the slightly tougher shot and just focus on making the ball and giving yourself a chance. See, there, he drew it back a bit. Look at that. Ooh. Whoa.
He's laughing. He realises he could have got that sort of shot from just staying where he was, as you said.
I don't know if he can see the 8. I think he can.
Oh, yeah, he can see the 8.
But, you know, he drew it more than what he wanted to. But, you know, the thing is, when the cloth is new and it's sliding, you shoot a shot like this, it's hard to maintain the cue ball in a straight line. That ball wants to go towards that corner pocket, which is why you don't want to draw it as much and end up. See, if he would have just draw the cue ball back just a little bit and shoot a slightly tougher cut shot, you still had the cue ball going in a straighter line across the table. That wasn't an easy shot.
I just want to mention here that it is John BERNARDEZ's first time on the stream table, and it's always a daunting prospect, you know. Table plays differently. You're a little bit extra nervous. David's more more used to the conditions. So, and he hasn't really had a chance. He had those couple of wild attempts that maybe you wouldn't normally play, you know, just a little bit of nerves creeping in. So it's tough out there.
Oh, it is.
If you're
absolutely.
New.
unless you're in the heat of the battle all the time, that's part of the struggle that I'm going through right now. I go home, I'm practicing, I'm hitting the balls great, but I'm not competing in between these tournaments. And these guys are always either gambling or playing in other mini tournaments here and there, and they're in the heat of the battle all the time. They feel more comfortable.
Of course, it's what you get used to, isn't it? And if you're just practicing, that you cannot replicate the pressure that you feel in a tournament. You just can't. We can
Well,
practice all we want. You could, I know players that can run 8, 9, 10 racks in a row in practice. Put them on a TV table or in a tournament situation, they can't run one. It's
yeah. Well, this is a big opportunity for John here to not only win the first rack, but take a lead in the second set.
yeah, and again, a lot of movement on that, and I do
You
feel
saw it, right?
I feel for the guy. It's tough. Keep going, John. You'll be okay. Never give up.
How impressive is that display in the background? I mean, the colors are vivid and bright.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just looking at that and thinking, how good does that panther look?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes. So leads by 1 set to 0 and now 1 rack to 0 in the second set. So, Tony, you're not just busy with clinics and coaching and stuff. I was very impressed with the video that you made. Well, describe to the viewers what you've just been doing in Los Angeles.
There's a company by the name of Condé Nast. It's a massive global media company. They own GQ magazine, Wired magazine, New Yorker magazine. And I had done a couple of videos for them, and they contacted me about doing a new video called Wired for Wired magazine, Levels of Pool. So we basically made a video, 12-minute long video with 15 levels of pool. And it's an interesting series because we were talking about this last tournament. And anyone that's interested in watching it, go to YouTube and just search Wired Levels, and you'll see all the videos. And please hit the subscribe button. Any support I would really appreciate.
Perfect timing. Once again, consummate professional. Just as David ALCAIDE breaks off, you finish what you had to tell us, and very interesting it was as well. And I have watched it, and even though, I'm not a beginner, and I can see that it is good for beginners as well, the video that you made, but I learned a couple of little things in there, so there's a little bit for everyone. So go check it out. Wired Levels, right?
Wired Levels of Pool.
Levels of
It's for Wired Magazine on YouTube. Check it out. You won't regret it. It's a nice little video, and we're hoping to make an advanced one at some point so that we can teach Mark a couple more things.
Good luck with that. I'm not easy teachable.
Believe it or not, I actually kind of like kicking at the 1 and trying to get the cue ball to break the 9 and the 10 and leaving the cue ball behind there. He's pushing out for a jump shot.
Oh, he's teasing David. Is El Matador going to go airborne? Well, he's got the air rush and he's put him straight back in, has he? He has. And it's going to be John that's jumping. Jumping John. How about that? Now then, let's see what he's like with a jump stick. There you see him lining it up, Tony, and then raises it up. Now get that head down that cue as much as possible.
That's correct.
Oh, and just a bit nervous.
Just completely rushed that last stroke. It's like he didn't even come close to coming back slowly.
Yeah, I feel for him at the moment. It's tough out there, but David doesn't. He's going to turn the screw and put the cue ball right in behind the 9-10 here.
Well, he has to nudge him. He has to nudge him in order to set up a possible run out for when, hoping to get another offensive opportunity, right?
Yeah. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm not condoning killing birds. It's just the same.
Well, every once in a while, I'll do a killing 3 birds with 1 stone shot.
Do you?
You know that shot? Oh, yeah. If the 1 were on the opposite side of the table, you would bank the 1 near the cluster, and freeze him behind the ball. So by freezing him behind the ball, you're killing one bird. You're forcing him to kick towards the ball to give you ball in hand. That's killing possibly two birds. And the third bird, third bird, would be if he had you by setting the ball near the cluster. Ooh,
Oh, that was unlucky.
by sending the object ball near the cluster, you're forcing them to break the cluster up, whether they make a good hit or not.
Well, he's got a 3-foul him here. 3-foul rule is in effect. Do you think he will? He's going to, isn't he? He's really turning the screw, David. He's out there to win, as you should be, of course.
He will have to put him behind either the 9 ball.
He's going to put him behind the 9.
And place a 1 ball between the 3 and the 8 to make it very, very difficult to kick at it, just in case he doesn't leave him perfectly behind the you know,
this is match play at its best here because, you know, he can see his opponent is suffering. And he's really, he's not feeling as sorry for him as I am, shall we say that much? Oh, he hasn't got that. He needs cover behind this. Oh,
yeah, but he left him a kick shot. He was he really did, believe me, he didn't want to move the 1 that much.
There you see, Michaela just warned him that he's on 2 fouls. Consummate professional as ever. Michaela, one of the top referees in the world. Started in snooker. Do you know much about Michaela?
I met Michaela in 2003 at the Mosconi Cup when I played on the team. So I've known her a long time. Didn't see her for many years until she came as a guest referee for Darren's WPS series. I believe it was in 2018. And as you say, she is a consummate professional. I think one of the greatest referees in the history of the game.
I absolutely agree with that. Couldn't agree more. And she's a lovely lady from Scotland.
Total sweetheart.
Oh, how close was that? And that's the rack. Unfortunately, we're going to a break and we'll be back very soon. Welcome back to the US Pro Billiard Series. Stop number 3 on the calendar. CSI and Predator have got together to bring you this innovative format. And, well, you have to admit, it's exciting and it's growing in popularity all the time. 192 players here playing for 30,000 first prize. With me in the booth, Tony Robles. And, well, he's made a ball again, Tone.
He's consistently made a ball breaking from that corner. And made that 4-railer a number of times already.
Means you're hitting it very, very consistently, right? I think he's broke the best out of any player I've seen on the table so far.
I haven't seen, out of all the matches that I've watched so far, I haven't seen anyone make a ball on the break that consistently.
Totally agree.
You have any updates for us, Mark?
Well, I was hoping you weren't going to say that because I'm trying to find them. I've actually just found some, just as you said that. So, yes, I have, Tony.
Great, great.
Max Eberle won the first set against the Pole Bart Schuppler 4-1. He's 3-2 up in the second, so he's in a good position. Jan van Lierop, who lost to Tyler Steyer in the last round on a shootout. He's 3-0 up against Parker Jabuchak. And I'll have a look around for some more for you, but that's all I've got for you right now, Tony. Sorry about that, mate.
Nothing to be sorry for. You've always done an incredible job. There's a reason why you're here, my friend.
Only because they can't get anyone else.
Nah, I seriously doubt that. You and George Teixeira are amazing. And as is Jeremy Jones. Someone told me Jeremy was here. I haven't seen him here.
I have seen him. I bumped into him, said a quick hello during the break. So, yes, he is here. I saw him. I think he was auctioning off one of his shirts from the Moscone Cup.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a nice shot. And tell you what, he's not letting... He's not letting John off the hook, is he? He's not letting exactly. He's squeezing him tighter and tighter. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I bet at the end of this match, if it goes the way I think it's going to go, I bet David will be the first person to go up to him and offer him a word of empathy, maybe we'll say. Not sympathy, of course, but...
Yeah, this is one of those put you in jail with no bail and literally throw away the key so you have no shot of getting out. I mean, I'm not sure if he can hit this.
What about this? What about using the point of the side pocket, Tony?
Yes, if you're Efren Reyes, then maybe. No, that's a good idea. I mean, because that's at least you have a shot, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't see him getting close to it any other way.
I'm not 100% sure that he was able to do that. I might have wanted to maybe tie the ball up somehow, or if that was even possible. I don't even think he could do that.
He's obviously a much better player than he's showing today. I know I don't want to keep going on about the same thing, but he is. It's the first time on the table. You know, he's over a 600 Fargo, so he's not. You know, he's no slouch. He can play. It's just.
You know what I like about this over here?
Go on.
He if he shoots a 3, I mean the 2 and the 3, and gains enough of an angle on the 4, he can shoot the 4 in the side pocket and bump into the 9 ball just enough to stop the cue ball there for the 6 in the lower right-hand corner pocket. Follow what I'm saying right there?
The only reason I'm a little bit quiet is because I thought that was the 8, and I thought he was going to say move the draw into the 8 and leave yourself on the 7. Or is that the 6? Am I colourblind again?
That's a 6
Oh,
ball.
it's definitely the 6, is it? I can't make it out.
Yeah, the key here is you want to hit the 9 ball first, and you don't want to hit it that hard because you don't want to tie it up with the 7. If you hit the rail first and hit the 9 ball, you can still play position for the 6, but the 9 will go towards the 7.
Tie it up.
So you want to overcut it. You want to overcut this ball if possible, so that way the cue ball hits the 9 first, and just tap it. You don't want to hit it that hard. That was a little bit of a surprise there. I'm surprised he did that. Maybe he didn't end up with the angle that he wanted, and that's why he chose to do that. Anyway, for this match, I literally do not have access to the chat. So anyone in the chat, we want to thank you all for tuning in and for your feedback and comments. We appreciate you. Yeah, he definitely wanted to hit that thinner and leave the cue ball behind the 10.
Wow. An unusual and a rare mistake. Now, come on, let's see him get on the board. Come on, John. We're rooting for you, mate. Just keep that head down. Great shot.
Very nice.
Very nicely played. Now, come on, run this rack. Then he's got the break for the next one. Make a ball, run that out, and all of a sudden you're 2-2. really change on one shot, can't it, Tony?
All it takes is one mistake to change a set. We've seen that happen quite a number of times since they started this tour with this format. Such a short race, so easy to just you can end up winning. How many times do you see someone winning 3-0 and lose 4-3?
Get in there.
Oh.
Oh, no. What a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he needed to hit it that hard, but
No.
maybe it's just like a nervous energy, like
A little
you
bit
were
of
saying
adrenaline
earlier.
going,
Yeah,
yeah. What a
and it's
shame.
understandable. Listen, either way, it's good experience for John. So I'm glad that he got the opportunity to play on this TV table, to be able to go through the experience of doing not just a TV table, but one against one of the greatest players in the world.
Yeah. It's an experience, and you know what the great thing is? There's never two first times. It's only one.
Mm-hmm.
Next time he'll be much more relaxed. And in it goes. So 2-0. Oh, he had a great chance there. So Michaela's going to rack them. So you were talking about Michaela. Have she ever reffed you?
Oh yeah, a number of times. You know, I think she was surprised. Her and what was the name? Nigel Reese,
Yeah.
another gentleman.
Yeah, great guy.
I think they were shocked whenever they refereed one of my matches because I don't know why. It's just me, but every time, you know, they got the bridge for me when I needed it, whatever, and I said thank you. And then when I gave it back to them, and I said thank you again. And it's just that's how I am. You know, it's
You're
like,
just a
and
gentleman, aren't you?
I think they were surprised to hear a player thanking. You know?
Well, thank you for that, Tony.
Well, they're good people. It's such great people. It's just I'm so happy to see her here.
Here we go then. Rack number 4 on the hill. And it's been a tough hill to climb for John BERNARDEZ.
Made the one ball on the break.
Again.
I mean, did he even fail to make a ball on the break? I don't think he did, right?
I think he hasn't broke dry one. I think he broke. Did he break dry once?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I wish we had the chat open. They would tell us.
Oh, let me see. Let me see if I
Get
can
the
open
chat
it
open,
on my
Tony.
phone.
If you'd like any info, guys, on the tournament, everything you need to know is on www.usprobilliardseries.com. Go there, you'll find the bracket, the times, the scores. Everything you need is on there. Where to watch, you can watch on Billiards TV, billiards.tv, I should say, and YouTube. And then get involved in the chat, and we will keep an eye on them. Tony's just logging into it now. So if you've got any questions for Tony or any comments about the tournament, or you'd like us to give you a shout out even, let us know. So John BERNARDEZ comes to the table. David tried a cheeky little shot there, actually. He tried to kick the two.
Looks like he's calling the bank, right?
Rail. He's called it. It's close. It's close. Where's the camera gone? There it is. But it's not in. Yeah, look at them eyes. Saw his eyes there.
Oh, yeah.
When they were on the object ball. I know Tony's an object ball man.
It's going to draw between the 8 and the 5 here. Just enough to avoid a scratch. But it's such great control.
That was beautifully played. Really feels the shot. You can see it in his action, can't you, Tony? Really biting into that cue ball to get it doing what he wants. The Bola Blanca. What did you say it's called?
What was that?
Bola Blanca.
La bola blanca.
La Bola Blanca. Sí. Viva la España.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like it's all she wrote.
Don't say that. You know what happened last time. but I think you can safely say it from here.
Well, I want to thank everyone again for tuning in. Nate Tam, how are you, buddy? I see you're in the chat. Jacob Brooks, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat. We appreciate all your comments, and we appreciate each and every single one of you for tuning in and supporting this stream. We're trying to do something very big for the game, and David's 2 balls away from victory.
I just want to mention, Tony, next game. Oh! Well, I told you, don't say that's all she wrote.
You know, I said last time, I'm not going to say it again, and I guess I got to say it again.
Wow. He's finally going to... Wow, he can't believe it. I can't believe it. I was just rushing you. I was just rushing you because I wanted to say a very important announcement and get it in before the end of the match. And in it goes, and a first round of applause of the match. And we're going for a break, but we'll be back. We're back here for the Alfa Las Vegas Open. There you see in that lovely graphic behind John BERNARDEZ, who's just about to break off, having won his first rack of the match. And it was nice to see, and he got a nice round of applause as well, which will make him feel a lot better. Now, come on, make a ball on the break. Is that 3 ball going to come 4 rounds? Yes, it does.
Did. Unfortunately, he did not end up with a shot on the 1.
So you're playing, Tony, at 4 o'clock, so you're not going to be in the booth then. I'll be back with George Teixeira.
Yes, sir.
So who are you playing?
I'm playing.
And how are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good today. I'm playing Besar Spiahu, a gentleman from Albania. I met him in New York when he came one time to play on my tour. And I believe he's a police officer in Albania.
Oh, you better behave yourself then when you play him.
He's a hell of a player, too. Hell of a player.
So, push out here. Just to remind you guys, at 4 o'clock, even though Tony won't be here, we will be here live once again. And we've got a great match for you. It's Alex Montpellier from France. And he'll be playing against, wait for it, Ko Ping Han. One of the Ko brothers are going to be on the table. Cannot wait to see that. Saw 3 of them in action all at the same time last night in their matches, and they're really great guys to have around the arena. So can't wait for that one.
Copenhagen, Copenhagen, and Copenhagen. They
Yeah.
used to play on my tour when whenever they visited New York for the U.S. Open and for the Expo. They would come. So we invited them to dinner to our house one time, and my wife Gail beat little Co and big Co on a small little miniature table.
Am I right in saying I said it in the last match that that's what their names actually mean?
What's that?
Little, middle, and old.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well,
I don't know.
well, I think somebody's just maybe winding me up here.
To be honest with you, I do not know. But it was a lot of fun. We had them over, and my wife beat them, so that's something she's really proud of. A big Co quit. So my wife told me that when I saw them in this tournament, let them know that she's practicing her jump shots on the miniature pool table ready for them for next time.
Nice story. Yeah, you might have seen that replay there of the great jump shot on the one. We're getting a
Yeah.
little bit of a reputation for getting great shots on camera, especially jump shots. Tony, remember that
Yes.
one last time in Wisconsin? That
The
great
one you
jump.
called.
The
The
one.
one you called.
Well, that's the only one I've ever called. That's why I keep going on about it.
It reminded
It's
me.
the only
It
one
reminded me of the shot heard around the world.
yeah.
That Bucky Dent home run over the Green Monster in Fenway Park.
Looks a bit like Mario He from the back, look. Before the hair bleaching situation, of course.
Ooh.
Oh, he didn't get any English on it. He needed a bit of left-hand English on that.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say what I said last time.
What, it's all she wrote? Yeah, don't say
You
that.
said it, not me.
Whatever you.
I didn't say anything. I'm just going to say he's going to draw back here for the 4-ball. Probably play the 5-ball where the cue ball is right now, or play the 5-ball in the same pocket as the 2-ball. That's what he's analyzing.
Extension called. Reminds me of the Mosconi Cup every time I hear extension now. Did you watch the Mosconi Cup, Tony, in December?
You know, we went on vacation somewhere in December. We were on a cruise.
There's
on a cruise in
internet. Come on, there's internet
yeah,
on
no, we
ships
never
as well.
got to. We got to watch only very few matches because we wanted to make sure our little boy had, a lot of fun when we were over there on the cruise, which we did. We had a wonderful
Where
time.
did you cruise to?
Coco Cay. It's a private beach that a Royal Caribbean owns with a water
Wow.
park. And my son, in the last day that we were going back home to Miami, he was trying to bribe the ship crew with money to take him back to Coco Day one more time. It was a thing of beauty when one of them said no, he started crying. We felt bad for him.
So back to the other man in charge, the captain of this table at the moment is certainly the Spaniard. Slightly the wrong side of this, but he's got enough angle where he can go 3 rails.
You got to go 3 rails here with follow. You have to. Because you're going right towards that ball once you come off that 3rd rail. It's like the position there is like dog proof. Now over here, he's going to go right before the 9 and he's probably trying to leave it more or less where it's at right now.
I mentioned Ko Ping Chan is going to be next up at 4 p.m. After that, we've got another great game for you. Jason Shaw, Mr. 714, will be in action. And he's playing against Jungo. So don't miss that, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time.
And we have lots more great matches coming up within the next couple of days because we're in day 2 of day 4, and that's not including the World Tempo that comes after that.
Are you playing the World Tempo?
Yes, I am. Yeah. We're going to have the World Tempo here. We're going to have a bit of a break on March 27th, have a day off in between tournaments, and then come right back with the World Tempo afterwards on the 28th.
And then, of course, we've got the ladies' Las Vegas Open, which runs alongside at the same time as the World Temple, the Predator World Temple. So there's a lot of pull going on.
And I hope to be doing commentary with you on Saturday. Is it Saturday? No, Friday, April 1st, I believe, is the finals of the final day of the World Tempo.
Yeah,
of the World Tempo, because on Friday, April 1st, is my 56th birthday.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm an April Fool. I'm a pool playing fool.
I'm going to have to write a rap. I'm going to write a rap for your birthday. Do you mind?
No, not at all. But you're gonna have to do two of them because Mieszko Fortuński also shares the same birthday
Oh,
as I do.
brilliant. I've already written his, I think.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes things just come to you. Right, okay, this looks like it's all she wrote for sure this time. This 10 ball will mean a 2-0 victory.
go.
There it is, the handshake. We'll be back at 4 p.m. See you then.